Thanks for being here. Welcome to the 6th episode of the Out of Order series. Today let's talk about merit badges. While looking up the word merit, I found the full definition very interesting. According to my college dictionary, circa 1947, the word merit states due reward or punishment, usually reward, deserved, a mark or token of excellence, or approbation, and that means proof. So let's summarize real quick. The most important understanding here is that merit can be either a reward or punishment, and you must provide proof of your excellence or achievement before you receive it. I find it very telling that the scouting organization would choose this method of learning, merit-based, either due reward or punishment, especially when teaching children. The definition of badge is, quote, a distinctive device worn as a sign of one's office, one's membership. It's also an emblem, close quote. The whole point of this, in my opinion, is to establish the programming of attaching earn to learn or earning to learning. Also, of belonging to something bigger, a group of others going through the same training you are. Well, that creates a camaraderie, if you will. There is a strong pull to this way of thinking. You really see it a lot in the military, this all for one and one for all mindset. So taking a look at some of my merit badges, specifically these badges were on display as part of the whole Scout uniform, well, in my case, Girl Scout uniform. The badges were typically displayed on a sash that was worn diagonally from shoulder to hip, and any additional badges were usually added to the vest. There were also metal belt badges for Boy Scouts that attached to a belt alongside beads usually attached by some type of small roping material that also would attach to the belt. This isn't including medals or pins, which were also a type of merit badge. The most notable thing is that each badge has its own symbology, the same as Freemasonry. Each badge, well, if we look a little closer to each symbol on the badges, we might find that we've actually seen these type of symbols before. And some of you have already pointed this out on some of my previous videos. So first, I have to point out here, it isn't lost on me that one of my troop numbers was 133. But moving on, we first come to wings. And I'm not going in any particular order here, but where have we seen this before? Wing symbology. Wing symbology has been used since the time of the ancient Egyptians, found on the Black Pyramid, the ceiling to Ramesses III's temple, and also found on many edifices of numerous Egyptian, Greek, and Roman temples, and used by a variety of groups such as Freemasonry, Rosicrucianism, Theosophy, the United Church, along with followers of Aleister Crowley and Thelema. So as we can see, what group so noted here, why do they use the same symbology as Scouts, an organization for children? Scouts, the wings on my junior sash, which is green, means brownie wings. The brownie sash and uniforms are brown. However, these wings were worn on the junior sash because it means that the brownie who became a junior flies up. This patch or badge is worn below the bridging awards. The tradition of brownie wings dates back to when the Brownie Girl Scout leaders were called brown owls. A fly-up ceremony is a bridging ceremony. This is a transitional period in Girl Scouts where they are moving or leveling up. And for those who don't know, this is Freemason lingo. I go right back to my initial question and train of thought. Why would the scouting leaders, adults, or organization itself be involved in training children in esoteric symbols? Why does this follow the Freemason symbols used in secret societies? Why train children in the ancient symbols of ancient Egypt? Does this make any sense to you? Because it doesn't to me. This isn't an innocent children's organization. It is an organization that performs programming directly on children. So, before going back to the wing symbology for just a minute, let me say that we'll get back to some of these scouting rituals and ceremonies at a later point, and the brown owls, or Girl Scout leaders. But the wing symbology goes back to angels as well, fallen angels too, which indicates a spiritual aspect to this. And according to many cultures, wings bridge the gap between the earth and sky, between the physical and spiritual realms. They are also symbols of elevated consciousness and spiritual awakening. So, how I see this is that scouting is a Freemason program for children. It is very much structured that way, where esoteric knowledge of Freemasonry is taught. And you begin learning that at a very young age. I think we are all beginning to understand just how secret these societies have been for so long, and perhaps why they were so secret in the first place. Specifically, what they were subjecting children to. So let's pause here for time purposes, and we will continue on this topic in the next video for the next merit badge. I don't know if I'll go over every single badge, but we'll go over a few that I know that you'll recognize in Freemason symbology. I'll leave you with this for now. And there is something that I learned in the land assignment workshop offered by Jesse Zaboter in Kingdom Living, or at Kingdom Living. The position of the wings on most bird or wing symbology, at least in the United States, whether on a statue, flag, or emblem, means something. And I'm going to show you a few examples here. And all of this wings and flying talk reminds me of how often the phrase learning to fly is said or sung about. The wings reference in general. There is an underlying reason for all of this that I believe is personally connected. What about you?